On the left here, you'll see Shapiro's. Now, that is, that is probably our most famous deli in Indianapolis, opened in 1905. Again, we're just passing through, so not going to give you a history on Shapiro's, but yeah, we're kind of proud of that deli. It's a very good place to eat. Okay, so I have showed you in past movies. This is Lucas Oil Stadium, where the Indianapolis Colts, that's where our home is, where we play from. And I want to point out that I am not holding the camera and driving. You are suspended from the windshield of my car from a tripod. So I am not stupid. I can barely see in the dark, let alone travel around driving and taking movies. Coming up here at this stoplight on the left, you'll see some red lights there. Those are buses, because that is the Amtrak Greyhound station. That's where I left to go to Virginia from on my train ride. That's actually part, I think it was a shed area of Union Station, which is located after we go under those underpasses up ahead. Union Station is actually got a very great history. It was the first Union Station in the world, and along with other train stations over the years of decline of needing to use trains, many train stations didn't survive. Union Station, however, is still standing. Yeah, it was falling to vagrants until our city stepped in and put shops and restaurants in there in the 80s, but by the late 90s it had, lost business to the Circle City Mall, which we're getting ready to go under. When I have brought you down here before, I've told you and showed you the St. Elmo's Steakhouse, which is coming up on the right. Now, Harry and Izzy's here. That is actually the sister company to St. Elmo's, which is this white sign right here. You can learn more about St. Elmo's later, but this is the Circle City Mall or Circle Center Mall downtown Indianapolis. There's I think 125 different stores in here on 4 different levels. And then just beyond this stoplight, we're going to go under the Arts Garden. This is the Indianapolis Arts Garden. I'm showing you this so you can see what it looks like during the day. It's a passageway that goes over the top of Washington Street and Illinois. So the reason I'm showing you that is because it looks like we're about to be uploaded to the mothership. But this is what it looks like at night. And in case I didn't make that clear, this is the Arts Garden is part of the mall. I think it's on the 2nd floor of the mall. And, it's just a really pretty area that you can walk through to get to different parts of the mall. Basically, this mall, is huge. And it's a huge revenue for our city. You look left really quick, you'll see a big grill. You just missed it. That's the Weber Grill restaurant. It's a really good place to eat. And then look crossing the street up here to the left, you'll see a Cinderella carriage. And another one coming up to the right in front of us. There's carriages that go through the city all year long that give tourists or just people who live here a nice way to go through the city. It's really fun at night. And I've turned right onto Market Street. So Market Street then is one of the streets that will take us into the circle. So this is one monument circle. In other words, it's the middle of Indianapolis. Right in front of you and all around are these ginormous candy canes and toy soldiers that get dressed up on the circle with all these lights and stuff to make it look all festive and pretty downtown Indianapolis. Okay, so this building you see coming up here in front of us with the Christmas tree on it, this is the Indianapolis Power and Light building, and that tree goes away and then gradually grows back up the side of the building and then fades out. See, there it goes. And then it will gradually come back up side the building. Next to it, all lit up, is the Indianapolis Symphony Orchestra building. I think they're having the Yuletide celebration there right now. And then the pavement here is all brick. And in 2012, I believe, they put these bricks with the veterans' names on the circle. And I mentioned in a previous video that I have a brick with my name on it somewhere in this city, but I have no idea where. It's probably on a sidewalk somewhere. But second to Washington, D.C., Indianapolis actually has the most dedicated war memorial kind of things. Anyway, so what I'm basically doing is looking for a spot to park on the road, and that's not going to happen. So I'm going to end up having to go to a parking garage and then actually walk downtown to the Monument Circle to get what I need. Hey you guys, I'm downtown in a parking garage all by myself. Yeah, Shy Guy wouldn't come. So, in fact, he doesn't even know I'm down here. You can yell at me for being stupid later. Anyway, I've never done anything like this for about 30 years, and I was drunk then. So I'm going to This is the only way I'm going to get to show you Monument Circle, because you can't drive around. I got to actually go there. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go out of the car. I'm going to go out of the car, into this parking garage by myself, go hunt an elevator, and try to go find the circle. Yeah, so if something happens to me, at least you guys all know what happened. I didn't bring my purse, so there's no purse to steal. But probably being downtown by myself isn't such a good idea. But here we go. Apparently I'm on the 4th floor of the parking garage. You guys, it is colder than I can't even tell you. My mom would say it's colder out here. Woo! Okay guys, so this thing here is 284 feet and 6 inches tall, which makes it 15 feet shorter than the Statue of Liberty. Thus, this is why people say it is the tallest Christmas tree in the world. The formal name for this is the State Soldiers and Sailors Monument. But most people in Indy call it Monument Circle. And you wouldn't believe the events that are held here all through the year. Festivals, sometimes lunchtime concerts, I used to come down here when I worked downtown and eat my lunch on the steps. This is one of the many fountains. The water comes out of those, and there's water that is inside of, well, in the summertime, not now, water in there on both sides. It's absolutely gorgeous, and the fountain sprays down into those pools. Now, when I worked down here in the 80s, they used to, in this wintertime, ice skate around it. I don't know why they don't do that anymore. This guy is one of the many professional photographers you'll find down here shooting because it's a highly requested thing. I used to get sent on assignment down here to cover this. Even hired helicopters to take me around so that I could get nice aerial shots. Come down here at 3 o'clock in the morning when the snow is just right and put up my tripod in the middle of the street to shoot this thing. Okay, so believe it or not, for like 53 years now, everybody goes downtown here the day after Thanksgiving for what we call the Circle of Lights. And they light this thing up, and there's bands and stuff that play, and there's like over almost 5,000 lights, over 50 garland strands that go up on this thing. There's 26 of those giant toy soldiers and 26 peppermint sticks that surround it. And then all the trees that are around the city, then there's like over 56,000 lights on this. And believe it or not, you can actually go up inside that. So like you can take an elevator and go up there, or you can walk up there. There's an observation deck up at the top of it, and in the bottom or the base of it is a museum dedicated to honoring the Civil War soldiers. So the monument began construction, I think, in 1889. It took like 12 years to complete and cost like $600,000. And of course it is to commemorate all the common soldiers who died, our heroes before World War I. And this thing is made out of limestone from Indiana. You can look up online if you want to know a lot of information about it, about the designer. He was a German who designed this. There's so much to know about this. like I said, those fountains that I showed you below with the bison head, there's like a well that is under this that feeds the water that gets pumped through those fountains and into the pools. And like I said, I'm not really sure why they stopped doing the ice skating in the winter, but I remember in the 80s being down there for that. And eating my lunch on these steps by the fountain in the summer. The Strawberry Festival is always a big deal. But anyway, all these statues and all around this, they're phenomenal. And you really need to, if you're in the area, come and see it. I've never been down here when they actually lit it because I can't take the crowds, but the streets of Indianapolis surrounding this monument are full of people the day after Thanksgiving when they set this thing and light it up. And on the steps of the monument they have all kinds of people singing and celebrations and fireworks that go off through the city and light up the sky. And oh my gosh, that was so cold. Okay, I'm in the garage now, and I gotta find my car. This is the scary part. I'm in my car. I'm gonna leave and go home. I can't believe how cold I was. Home. Oh my gosh, I totally got lost downtown. It's a good thing Suri knows how to get home. Anyway.